Can we record the class?
Can record. Can record.
Is sound system okay?
Sound is good. Short computer. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Haridas Prabhu name was given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the Sana. Shivanand, correct? No?
Yes.
So I am just making a flying visit to your center. Short is where is the question box?
Yeah.
You have only one mic or one more mic? You can read.
Yeah. There is a question from whom? Name is not written.
The name is not required.
Sorry, name is not written.
Not
Okay.
required.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, please accept my humble obeisances. My question is, how can we please you? Please give us some instruction for us.
Okay. Actually, I am not such a big person that anyone I can ask to please me. At the same time, I represent a very big personality, which is Srila Prabhupada and his mission. So, on behalf of Prabhupada, whatever I assimilated from Prabhupada's books, I can tell you succinctly what if you do, Prabhupada will be very pleased. One, the most important thing is the morning program, between 4:30 to 9 or whatever. Prabhupada personally took attendance when he went to the temples and asked why this devotee is not there, why that devotee is not there. He was very particular about our attendance to morning program. Because morning program is a succession of powerfully, spiritually packed programs, one after other. Chanting, japa, mangalarti, narshinarti, tulsiarti, and hearing a class. So it's very, very important. That's exactly like watering the plant. If you water the plant is going to grow and then eventually produce fruits and flowers and become a very valuable tree. But if you fail to water, it is going to dry up eventually. In the same manner, Kaviraj Goswami compares reading and hearing to be like eating grains. If you eat grains, you feel strong. Like today, you all have eaten grains, you are strong. Ekadashi, you don't eat grains. You feel little weak, they are uncomfortable. And especially Nirjal, part of Nirjal Ekadashi, next day morning, people are completely down. Nobody can become angry on the next day. There is no strength in the body, isn't it? So, these two examples you can remember. Eating grains is like Shravanam Kirtana. Pouring water in that sapling to make it into a tree, which is a contributing tree. That's a morning program. So this is the first thing that Prabhupada says. So Janma Sardhaka Puri, then Dharapadav. If you look at a tree, when it was a seed, it was always in the mood of initially taking in, correct no? Seed is the first you put water, then its sapling comes out, put a fence, then put some manure like cow dung or something like that, prevent it from goats and others. It doesn't give much. It is mostly in a taking way. So it's same with our spiritual life also. Unless we have taken in the early years, in the later years you can give out more. So therefore Janma Sadhaka Puri is done through the morning program and just hearing and chanting. Two things I told you. And as the tree grows, you will see, then from the top it expands into branches, starts giving out, correct no? My spiritual master used to tell a story. One man was making a small plant, watering it and putting manure and all that. Somebody came, one goat came to eat some leaves. Man said, hey, don't eat. One man came to pluck some leaves for making medicines. He said, don't pluck. One another man came with a kuladi to cut some branches. Hey, don't cut. And then they all went away. Now the plant grew and then it became a big tree and very vishal tree, branches and leaves and twigs and flowers and fruit. The man went and called all of them back. He told them, now you want to pluck leaves? Now you can pluck leaves. Now you want to cut some branches for firewood? You can cut and take. Correct? Pluck leaves. And he told the goat, now you can eat if you want. So that means after the tree grows very big, it is able to shelter people. It is able to what is it of taking care of oneself, you can also take care of many others also. But for that you have to grow first. If you don't grow, and for growing you have to water the plant, right? No? And you have to protect the plant. So Krishna calls it as a feeding and fencing formula. Abhyasan and Vairagya. Feeding means like you feed the sunlight, feed the water, feed the manure, all these things are feeding. Fencing means you put a fence around so no goats can enter. You fence it from the insects and pests which may attack the plant or the tree. Make sure fence it from the elephants which may trample over the plant. Elephant is the Hatimata Aparad. And the insects and pests are bad association. Right? Similarly, putting the fence means four regulated principles. Following the four regulated principles. And also fence has another meaning. You surround yourself with pure devotees, sincerely practicing devotees, all around you. So other bad association cannot enter. So you have to feed the plant and fence the plant. Krishna says. Plant of devotional creeper. So what to pick, what to drop, you need to know the difference. Good habits to pick, bad habits to drop. So it's called feeding and fencing, picking and dropping. So this is the way that we have to do Janma Sadhika Kori, and then we can do Paravapakar. That Prabhupada wanted us to do 3 types of Sankirtan. You know what is it? 3 things Prabhupada called as Sankirtan. One is very famous one, you all know, book distribution. And what is another Sankirtan? One form of Sankirtan is book distribution. Another form of Sankirtan is Harinam Sankirtan. Third form of Sankirtan? Prasadam distribution. So Prasadam distribution, book distribution, and Harinam Sankirtan. You can do all 3 in one also. Like if you all go once a week to do Harinam in some area, so some congregation devotee can prepare some sweet prasadam and pack it nicely. Because we pack it very hygienic. Neatly packed, small packet. They give you some 200, 300 packets to you. You just carry it with you. Whoever comes on the way, you distribute it. Krishna Prasad, cooked by initiated devotee, distributed by devotees. So somebody is doing Harinam, somebody is distributing Prasad packets. Another devotee is also distributing books. So those who take books give them one packet of Prasad also. And then another devotee is distributing cards also of your address. In case they want to contact them. Books also which you give, you can put on rubber stamp, Puri Das Prabhu and phone number. You put it, so they will know where to get Puri Prabhu's association. Right now? So, when I was distributing books, I made one rubber stamp, Radheshyam Das, and I put my number also. Every book I distribute, I put and give it. A lot of fellows called me and came later on, got connected later. Because one who buys book is not an ordinary person. They are spiritually inclined. So, you have what is called what base to base, right? This one? Vrindavan base. Vrindavan base. So Vrindavan base you can make it. Then put some way they can contact you. So Harinam also will produce new devotees also. We got very intelligent boys through Harinam and book distribution in Pune when we were going around. In fact, they became very serious devotees. On the other hand, you go to college and attack and bring people, very difficult to make them devotees. Many times they run away, they are very busy. But those who buy books, they become good devotees. So in this way you can contribute like the branches of a tree, leaves of a tree, flowers and fruits of a tree. This is Paravapakar. So Janma Sadhika Kori Kara. So these 2 are the main things that Prabhupada emphasized. If you are doing these 2, what I am telling you, other things are details. Many other things will follow, but these 2 are the most vital things. And I will add one more thing, which Prabhupada emphasizes very much. Out of the 4 regulative principles, which is one Prabhupada generally puts first. Everybody knows, while writing in his purports. No. Illicit sex he puts first. Then meeting. The third one, intoxication. Then he puts gambling. So these are all in the order of severity. The most severe is illicit sex. The next severe is meat eating. So actually both involve fleshy pleasures. Illicit sex involves man-woman attraction. And the tongue and the genitals are the most powerful senses, which are difficult to control. So if you are a devotee, if you don't control these 2 senses, you cannot go back to God. Shaknoti Gavyasu Pakshari Mokshana Kram Kama Krodot Bhavan Vidhi Sayuktasa Sukhi Krishna says. So there is one verse that Urdam Gachanti Satpasta Madhye Tishtanti Rajasa Jaganyagunavrittista Ado Gachanti Tamasa. So there Jaganyagunavrittista means what? One of my seniors explained. Jaganya means that pleasure which lies between 2 thighs. If anybody delights in that, they will go to hell, he said. Which means sex pleasure. If somebody is chasing out sex pleasure, then you are destined to go to hell, he said. So One has, actually this pleasure is kept for begetting children and raising them. So if you are not going to raise child, then this pleasure cannot be enjoyed. Because for the pleasure there has to be pain also for balancing. You want only pleasure and no pain, then we are preparing to hell. So illicit sex purpose is honest avoidance of opposite sex. Nowadays boys are into porn watching and adult content watching. So these are extremely dangerous. Prabhupada repeatedly warned us, because you will lose your innocence and simplicity and spiritual focus and academic focus. They will be lost. So be very warned, be alert and cautious. It looks like pleasure, but it is cheating pleasure. It will very soon plunge you in misery. Meat eating needless to them. Many of the boys are easily given up meat eating. And they never would touch meat all life. But out of the four, I feel that illicit sex is the main point we have to emphasize. Other things are easy to give up. Let's take next person.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I am unable to give priority to spiritual life in remaining with good devotees. What to do in such case? Unable to give priority in spiritual life while remaining with devotees.
He is with devotees only.
In association.
But how he is not able to give a priority, I don't understand, because if you are living with devotees, here in the center, you have to get up in the morning naturally, everybody. When you hear lecture, you come back, and everything happens as per priority. One possibility is if he is in shift job, no? 3 shifts he has, then such boys have difficulty in getting up in the morning, night, they come at 12 and everything. I will need little more detail to answer the question. Yeah. Yes?
You might need to ask that how to be enthusiastic in these daily activities, because we might do it with, after some time it may get mechanical.
So for that I have spoken recently about, you have my, in the YouTube just check mechanical, Radheshyam Das mechanical, whether it comes, I don't know whether they published it. Radheshyam Das mechanical, the YouTube search. I told them to publish it, so same topic. Any lecture comes on mechanical?
Yes, mechanic. Sadhana with bhajana to rise above mechanical body.
That is Rava. That's then spoken in one of the voice centers recently. Sadhana with bhavana, that's another lecture. If you put Radheshyam Das sadhana with bhavana, that is one lecture and this is another one. These two talks about rising above mechanical. There are very clear-cut procedures given how we rise above mechanical behavior.
This devotee has little high questions. I'm just writing fast. What should an aspiring disciple do if he is aspiring spiritual master leave this world? Should he take initiation from a Nityashitta devotee? How to identify who is Nityashitta, or should he take initiation from the disciple of his aspiring guru? These are Gopal Krishna Maharaj's on this.
I already spoke about it in one lecture recently. After the Guru passed away, what should a devotee do? That I spoke on this. When Guru has passed, you are aspiring from him. It's very painful for the devotees that I couldn't take from him. It happened in Prabhupada times also. About 10,000 disciples were aspiring from him. 5,000 he gave, other 5,000 couldn't get. So they all took from Vrindavan Maharaj, Sachivudas Maharaj, Kirtana Swami Maharaj, they took like that. So what I would suggest is devotee, you don't consider any guru for 1 year period. For 1 year you just nicely practice and then keep watching different sannyasis, gurus, everybody. But 1 year, next to your spiritual master whom you are very inspired by somebody. Even we all experience that besides our guru, we are inspired by many sannyasis also. Like when we were hearing from Radhanath Swami Maharaj, we were also inspired by Giriraj Maharaj also, by Satyananda Maharaj also. Inspired. So if we are unable to get from one, now Radhanath Maharaj wasn't giving initiation for sometimes long years. So then some of them had to get from Giriraj Maharaj, as well as Satyananda Maharaj, or they took it from as well as Jayaprakash Swami Guru Maharaj. And then, but they took Shiksha, they continued from Radhanath Swami. That is also possible. In same manner, somebody's guru has passed away. So because ultimately guru is not only one person. All gurus, like imagine if there is a tank of water and there's multiple taps. You can open any of the tap, you get the same water. Correct, no? Guru is like that. Krishnam Mande Jagat Guru. Krishna is the Jagat Guru, ultimately. No? But he is speaking through the mouth of various gurus. Then you may ask, if that is so, then why only not have one tap, why multiple taps? That's because different gurus are differently empowered and they emphasize on different things. Like you will see, Bhadrava Maharaj emphasizes very much on the farm communities. His Jagata Maharaj emphasizes on congregational development. Dhanam Swami emphasizes on community and care. Kolkata Maharaj emphasizes on book distribution. Kolkata Swami Maharaj on holy name. Correct now? All are correct. All are spiritual. But depending on certain gurus have certain type of charm and everybody is attracted to them according to their natures. So Krishna manifests himself in various sound vibrations from different gurus to charm the heart of jivas who are differently oriented. For example, some people like a very truthful person, straightforward person, man of integrity, who never does anything wrong, who is straightforward, who is very sober and serious, like Lord Ramachandra. There are other people who don't like too much serious people. They like friendly, jovial, sportive, playful, naughty, mischievous person like Krishna. Right now. So the same Lord appears in two different forms. Okay, you want a serious form, I will come as Rama for you. And if you want playful, then I come as Krishna for you. Same Lord is coming. Similarly, the sound vibration also Krishna gives through various gurus. Ultimately, Guru is one only, manifesting through different personalities. Like that, if you understand this truth, you will not too much lament. You know that, okay, the Guru of my choice has passed the planet, right? Then I will look for another Guru and take him.
How to be an exemplary disciple, sincere in sadhana, in behavior?
Since sadhana behavior. Our as Jayadeva Maharaj used to say, all these how questions, how to be humble, how to be tolerant, how to be simple. He said, how to be, just be, he would say. But of course, you can't be immediately. There are 3 steps for coming to the stage of being. It's called as knowing, doing, being. First is what?
Knowing.
Second?
Doing.
Third is?
Being.
For example, humble. First you know what is humility and how to be humble. Trinada Krishna, you all know that. So study about humility, hear many lectures on humility, make notes. Now you know that you should be, how many of you know you should be humble? Correct, yeah. And second one is do humble, be doing it. How do you do it? So you try being humble. You are politely dealing with different devotees. But sometimes you find our humility has a limit also. After some time we say, bahut ho gaya. So we break down after a certain limit. That we understand that I have some arrogance still. I am not being humble. So then we continue trying to be humble, and then you get more realization, understanding of it. Then a stage will come and humility will become integral part of your personality. That is be. To know, to do, to be. So how do we progress through these 3 stages? For example, if we read books, you get bookish knowledge. But we hear lectures from great devotees, ask questions to them and hear from them, you get wisdom, digested, realized wisdom they give you. And if you apply what you have heard, knowledge and wisdom, then you get realization yourself. When you hear from great souls, you hear their realization. When you apply it in your life, you get your own realization. And when you practice Krishna consciousness with realization for a prolonged period of time and you win the heart of the Lord, then you get revelation. See, realization blossoms in your heart. Revelation comes top down. Lord reveals many things to you. Like that. And when you combine all these things, knowledge, wisdom, realization, revelation, all these things put together forms maturity. You become very mature and seasoned devotee. So how do we means, but first you know the knowledge, then you apply the knowledge, hear from great souls, ask questions to them, render service, all these things should be done to get realization, revelation, and make progress.
Another how to be always engaged in devotional service 24/7.
Actually, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says 24/7 doesn't mean that the grihastha cannot go to office, he cannot collect grains. There is one article called a Sadhu Vritti by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. There he says, Satadam Kirtayan Doma. Krishna says, does that mean if the grihastha is going to office and making money, he is not doing Satadam? He says, that means for upkeep of the body and soul, you need time to sleep, you need time to eat, you need time to wash clothes, you need time to shave and all that. So he says that a devotee does not waste any time. As soon as there is some time, the devotee is either hearing, chanting, performing some kind of devotion service. Basic requirements like going to the bathroom, shaving up, taking a bath, wearing dress, going to job, making money, maintaining family. So these are all part of life. You can't escape from them. But outside that, what are you doing? When you have some free time, like you're standing in a queue in the railway station. What do you do there? Just are you standing here and there, or you have some book and you're just flipping through the pages? That day I was in airport, 300 people in the airport, the early morning hours. And I had a book, I finished 3 articles in the book. I read it. Then he is completed. So I was inch by inch moving with my suitcase. So by the time I reached the security check, my 3 articles are over, which were almost 15 pages. So we should not waste time, we should keep absorbing something spiritual. Like our Naji Prabhu said, Srinaji Prabhu Baba said, he said all the lectures of Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita class and Bhagavatam class are completed, he said one day. Everybody clapped hands when he gave Sunday feast lecture. But let me tell you, my dear devotees, he said, do you know how I heard them? All these lectures I heard when I am shaving, he said, in the bathroom. Every time I have to shave, he said, that is the time I have been hearing. He said, when I am brushing my teeth, when I am shaving. He said, only when I am bathing, at that time I put pause. Other times I have been hearing. Then again when I am dressing, putting tilak, I am hearing Prabhupada lecture. So in this way, over the years, he finished everything. All Gita Bhagavatam lectures. He doesn't waste 1 minute.
What are the things in devotion which leads to Krishna prem? Among chanting and Shiva Bhav, which is more important, like in Vrindavan, Gopa and Gopi didn't chant, but they have Shiva Bhav. So what is important to get Krishna prem?
Actually, there are 4 stages. Vaidhi, Sadhana Bhakti, Vaidhi, Raganuga Bhakti, Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti. So now we are in which stage? We are in the first stage, Vaidhi, Sadhana Bhakti. So in Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, the most important things are mentioned. For example, Prabhupada himself has given us Chinese Vrindavan, following for related principles, living in the association of devotees, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, in the morning program at Radheshyam, and rendering seva, like book distribution. Book distribution pleases Prabhupada very much, you all know that. And absolutely book distribution, preaching. And Krishna also says, anyone tries to preach this message is very, very dear to me, Krishna says, in the 18th chapter. So preaching and making boys and devotees and distributing books are doing Harinam Sankirtan. So these are all purifying also, apart from your morning program of chanting and hearing. But one important thing, the quality with which we perform the devotional activity is very important. Krishna says, Tesham Satate Yuktanam. He doesn't say Tesham Yuktanam, but he says Tesham Satate Yuktanam. That means one doesn't waste any time. As soon as there is time, my devotee, I'll tell you a simple example. Say you're eating a big mango and somebody comes, they bat at the door. You think what a disturbance unnecessary. I'm eating half only eaten. So you keep the mango and wash your hands, wash your mouth. Quickly you go there. 2 minutes you finish him off. Close the door. Again you come back and take the mango. Because you like it. Like that one should perform devotion service. Reading Bhagavatam, somebody is calling, you keep it upside down, go attend and come back. Again you keep it up. With eagerness one should perform. So one should perform continuously, one should perform with love, Priti Purvaka. Tesham Sapatayukta. These are two qualities. So don't do it reluctantly. Don't do it like your boys are going for Harinam. People ask you, hey, where are you going? You are supposed to go for Harinam. You say, oh, why are you getting up in the morning? You are supposed to get up. Good attendance. It's a very good thing. Do you say that festival feast plate is kept in front of you? Oh, why are you eating? I'm supposed to eat. You say like that? You don't say that. You say, oh, I love it. And you get samadhi in it. You don't even know who is sitting next to you. Correct now? Like that one should perform devotional service. Like that. So that is the quality with which we should perform. So Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, if you do it with enthusiasm, that verse is utsaha nishya, then you progress very fastly to Radhanagar. Yeah. Next.
Krishna says that every action he is the controller. It could happen, we say that Krishna has done it and we are the instrument, but if bad happens, then how to see that situation?
Yeah, and bad happens also, Krishna is the doer. How I'll tell you? Without his sanction, you cannot do it. Correct, no? Ultimately, Krishna is doer in that sense. But he has allowed you to do because who wanted it? You wanted. For example, a boy is smoking. Krishna is the doer in what sense? He is a sanctioner. Krishna sanctions it. But ultimately the boy, he is smoking because he desired it. So Prabhupada writes in one purport, the super soul gives three things. Jnanam, Smriti, Jnanam and Apohanam. Correct, no? Smriti, remembrance. Jnanam, knowledge. Apohanam, forgetfulness. For whom he gives forgetfulness? For two things Prabhupada says. One who wants only material enjoyment and one who does not want spiritual activities. He hates spiritual activities, he wants material enjoyment. For him, Krishna gives forgetfulness. And also other living entities want to boss over other living entities. For them he gives forgetfulness. Like Hiranyakshipu wanted to boss over living entities. So Lord gave him forgetfulness. Or Pururava wanted only material enjoyment. Even though he saw Lord Vishnu, he didn't get remembrance of Vishnu. Rather he demanded Vishnu. Provide me Guru-Vashi. Like that he said. So if you want material enjoyment or if you want to dominate other living beings, Lord will give you forgetfulness. But ultimately without Lord sanctioning you, the provisions for material enjoyment you cannot enjoy that. In that sense, ultimately everything is happening by the will of the Lord, sanction of the Lord, yes. But Lord, there is no blemish in the Lord. For example, look at the sun, is there a shadow? No. When you turn away from the sun, you see shadow. So when you see Krishna, there is no fault in the Lord. When you turn away from the Lord, then you see fault. And the fault you see, which is shadow, and Lord is the cause of that. Why? Because if sun is not there, you won't see the shadow. Correct, no? Yeah. But you turned away from sun. So fault is whose? Sun's fault or your fault? That we should know. Yes? Next.
In college placements,
Yeah?
in college placements, almost
Sound is not coming.
In college placements, almost everyone who cheats gets placed, and also companies ask so many questions that it is hard for someone to do it by themselves. In that case, how can we keep ourselves dependent on Krishna?
Yeah. Actually, this is a typical question which every voice center I go, I have heard. Ultimately you are Krishna's devotee. If you don't act as Krishna's devotee, then Krishna will give you up. Then you are on your own. You are not in his shelter. Krishna says, be truthful. I will protect you. You should have faith in Krishna's words. But if you don't have that, a very simple example. One devotee started a bakery in this end of the street. Another non-devotee started a bakery in this end of the street. Devotee started A, he started B. And both bakeries have started at the same time, same year. So the devotee was making 5 lakhs per month. And this fellow was making 20 lakhs. Both are big bakery shops. So, and everybody was telling the devotee, see, he is making 20 lakhs, you are making 5 lakhs. The reason they found out what this fellow does the non-devotee, whenever there's a fungus in the bakery, we just brush it and then keep it in the shop and he'll sell it. Whereas devotee, as soon as he sees fungus, he will throw it in the dustbin. He thought even animals cannot eat it because it is dangerous. It can be bad for the health. So he was getting poor profits. So when he was telling devotee, "Arey, zamana badal gaya, kya kar rahe ho tum? You cannot be like Harishchandra, so truthful and all that." But the devotee was very staunch man of character. So after 6 months, what happened? One day, some people started getting food poisoning in the non-devotees' bakery. And they were admitted in hospital. One or two of them died also. Police sealed the shop that this fellow is selling fungus breads and news spread around. Everybody pointed fingers to the shop and saying, fungus shop, fungus shop, fungus shop. Nobody went there and shop was completely, business was finished. So all the customers, where will they go? They went to this shop. And devotee was earning 5 lakhs. Now he started getting 12 lakhs, 15 lakhs. Just started coming. So integrity will give you fruits not immediately, but over a period of time. One has to be very patient. Similarly, what happened in Pune, I will tell you a real story. There are many boys whose marks were only 65%, 60-65% in their CGPA. Now, if you see the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th semesters. But in interviews, they were getting 95%. So what the companies who came, they did, during the COVID time, a lot of cheating happened like this. The companies gave them an appointment order. You got 95%, we will recruit you, but don't join now. We will take you after 1 year. They said after 6 months or 1 year. So in that 1 year, what they did, and some of our devotees, they got 75-80% in the subjects, in the semester and all. But in final interviews, they got only 70%, 100%, because they didn't copy. Those who exchanged and copied, they got 95. Got it? So the company people, what they told these devotees, see, your college score is good, although your interview performance is poor. Still we will take you and we will tell you in 1 year, like that they said. During this 1 year, they conducted multiple tests. And one-on-one, and also IIEST. In that, our devotees got selected, and those cheaters got rejected. You understand? No? Nowadays, company people are also shrewd and smart. Especially after this chat GPT has come now. They know that you can make any article, PPT, just go to chat GPT, that's all. Very easy. So, they know that it is not your intelligence, it is computer's intelligence that you are feeding. So, now many companies are not trusting the tests and all now. They call you for a personal interview. Because in an interview, one-on-one you talk, when a man opens his mouth, Prabhu says, he's revealed what kind of a guy he is. Right now. What is your substance, content? You can't sit in an interview and say, sir, wait till you chat GPT. You cannot do that. So you should have trust that if you are walking the right path and honestly walking, eventually Krishna will take care.
So, after studying for long hours, our brain needs rest and some entertainment. But during that time, I start watching reels. What should I do instead?
Oh, we have entertainment in the morning. We are dancing with devotees, we are singing, we can play harmonium, we can learn Vrindavan, we can learn kartals, you can hear so many singers, Ahindra Prabhu, Agnidev Prabhu, we have Vayasika Prabhu, we have Madhav Prabhu, so many nice kirtans are available. One can hear kirtan. You can also do yogasana, Surya Namaskar. You are all young boys, you can learn Surya Namaskar. If you do, it will be very good for your physical and mental health also. You can do these things correctly. These are all recreation according to Vedic texts, like walking, jogging, doing yoga, swimming, dancing, learning instruments. These are very, very relaxing. According to doctors also, these are very relaxing. Like for example, stress management books, they say that you should shake the hands, shake the body. Already you are dancing here, they are shaking the body so much. Isn't it? And they say you have to jog, you have to run. It makes the body very, it relieves all the stress pockets. Our movement is everything. So, but if you are going to watch shorts, many impure things are coming in the mobile shorts. One or two may be divine also. And then the 20 other dirty things you watch. Whatever punya you got in divine is only watching the others. And they come one after another. Cut, they keep coming. Very deadly it is. Very deadly. It's like poison. And you watched one, repeatedly you will watch it. Again, that will agitate your mind and pollute your mind, beautify your mind. So, do you think that's the right? That's a very harmful recreation it is. You should go for harmless recreation. Like the boys, girls in Pune, they go for the skydiving. Because the boy wants to show the girl, see, I am doing skydiving, like catching a parachute, I am going down the hill. The girl says, oh, I am afraid, I don't want to come. You do it, I'll clap hands for you. I said the girls, so they want to show the girls, but some boys died also there. Because when they are coming down the parachute, some the parachute doesn't open. And the people who are engaging them in that, they say, what can we do? It's not in our hands. So skydiving becomes skydiving. Go down and they break their head and die. So they want to show some heroism to girls, but the heroism is zero. Okay? So one should not take the harmful recreations. So this kind of shorts watching is like that only. Very dangerous recreation. Yeah?
Prabhuji, in my initial days, I feel that I had more enthusiasm. I enjoyed chanting, doing any seva for the lordships. But after that, a few offenses, I feel now I have lost it. I don't feel that love that I had before. How to regain it?
Actually, you can nullify the offenses now by repentant chanting. And Lord appears to a repentant heart, it is said. And then by developing the right attitude towards the devotees and looking at them respectfully and being careful with the mouth, what we speak, how we think, what we speak. So it's not that offenses are done and you're gone forever. It's not like that. Offenses can be dissolved there by a cautious attitude. So one should hear lectures connected to how to overcome the offenses to devotees. And then by being careful again, the previous innocence and simplicity and devotional attitude can be rebrought. Can be done. Because Krishna is just watching. He's just waiting to give you mercy provided you are willing to adopt the right attitude. Then he will say, okay, now you take the bliss now. But then till then he will watch whether we are repentant or not. When we are offensive or sinful, then our juice in Krishna consciousness is dried up. When we avoid offenses carefully, not to behave arrogantly, roughly, insensitively with devotees, then we can again revive back the. So for that we have to learn topics like overcoming fault-finding tendency. So I had one topic called as Vaishnava Aparat Vaishnava Seva. These kind of things. So we had in Bhopal recently seminar on how to avoid fault-finding and offences and non-cooperation with devotees. So these kind of things by learning, reading, we only have to modify our attitude. We have to help ourselves to become better. And we can associate with very sincere devotees whom we are inspired by their association that will impact our personality and our behavior. It's getting late, I think now.
Yes, so there are 3 more questions. You may take them in Utkarsha.
Okay.
They are coming in Utkarsha.
Okay. Now what time is my train?
2:15. Already cab has come and they are loading the
Okay.
thing. So we are so thankful to you.
You can keep those 3 separately.
Yes.
I'll answer them, okay?
We are so thankful. Actually, we have nothing to glorify you because you are introduced to the boys before we have come because they have heard the sessions. Still, we are very happy. The 2-3 things we are very inspired. Like the devotees were associated with Srila Prabhupada, and then they had such a great. We feel that when in future time we will think that we had a great got your association.
I am a very small tiny.
And also we see that you have so much acceptance among disciples of all the devotees all over the world. This is very amazing.
Probably that is because I honestly feel from the core of my heart that all gurus should be given same type of affection, respect, adoration and worship and service. I honestly feel that, and I also do that with all the gurus because Ultimately, Krishna is the Guru who is manifesting through the mouths of so many Gurus. So I speak it, I also experience, I also honestly feel it. Therefore, many of the disciples of different Gurus, they feel that when our spiritual master goes to Pune, is given the same nice opportunity as anybody else. So they feel very happy about that. And it's a fact actually. I feel that type of consciousness should be spread all over the society. So that any Guru comes, they are given the same type of welcome. A nice meeting also. How many of you stay as inmates here?
13.
All the inmates are in here?
13.
13, very good. They are all which year? Final year or third year?
First year, second year, third year, fourth year.
Oh, all are there.
Some are in home, 2, 3, 2 are in home, 2
Who are in first year? There are, oh, really? They must have been devotees before only, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, very good. And you?
And my mom and my dad has got
Nama
initiation.
devotees.
Namaka devotees and what
Wonderful,
initiation.
yeah.
One devotee has come from Israel, Gopal. I mean to say, Juhu, another devotee has come from Hyderabad. He is trained by Israel Bhakti Vikas Maharaj. Devotees come, his family is from Israel.
That's very good. Therefore, you have to announce to college, any devotee, you are welcome here. You have to somehow reach the message. Boys should know that there is a base available here.
Yeah.
How do you reach the awareness to them? How did they find it?
IIEST, National IIEST.
Ah.
If they come, they
Come and come here. Ready? Rakesh are here?
And I feel that ISKCON is in safe hands, like now, that because after we got in the leadership.
Radheshyam Prabhu ki
Jai. His grace Radheshyam Prabhu ki Jai. Shri Prabhu.
Jai. Beautiful Radha also.